Hey, so we have the kind of first initial look at Goku Black. His EZA, again, because you know we're reacting to this as it's happening. I can't sit here and tell you that he looks too impressive. It's something, right? So we'll go ahead and just get into this, break it down one by one. But just to start, he is now going to be a time traveler's category key 3, attack defense 170. I don't really think that matters because, you know, we have Trunks now, who's just a straight up 200 for that. And then our super attack effect, as we have lowers attack, which is good, obviously, and then greatly raises defense, which sounds good on paper, but when you put it into the stats, it's not really going to work out as well as you would maybe want it to. But just kind of looking at this initially, we have key +2 and attack and defense plus 80% at the start of the turn. We have additional attack of 40% up to 120%, and then defense plus 30%. Up to 6% at the start of each turn, so you know that's 2 turns right there, and then 3 turns for the attack. Chance of performing a critical hit plus 10% with each attack received, up to 40%, so 4 hits will be ready to go. Then launches 2 additional attacks, which each have a high chance of becoming a super attack when there is a super class enemy. So I guess that means super class enemies aren't really that like prevalent in the game right now. It's like you have that Vegito fight, and I guess it's like, you know, the Divine Wrath and Mortal Will, we're going to get another event for that, or another fight for that. But it's like, that just doesn't seem like enough, right? And if you guys kind of look over here, you know, it says defensive stats at peak condition is 208,000. 208,000? I don't know about that one, buddy. That seems pretty low, huh? Especially nowadays when these bosses are hitting for like 1 million. And it's like, if you look in this passive here, you're not seeing any damage reduction. You're not seeing any guard or any dodge chance or anything like that. The only, you know, aside from building him full dodge, from what I can see here, the only way that you're really going to be evading is if you build him full dodge, right? Which I guess sounds okay in theory because, you know, we have 2 additional attacks right here that each have a high chance of becoming a super attack. So I guess that's okay. But like, it's like defense, you know, it's like right here he's getting, like it says if we do 3 supers, we're only up to 500k defense if I'm not mistaken, right? Like that's, even with the greatly raising, it's like that's still not going to be enough. Like there's no way you're going to be able to build up nearly fast enough with those defensive numbers. It's like, yeah, maybe on like turn 20 he'll be impressive, but I don't know, maybe I'm missing something. And again, you know, I am recording this live, so if anybody does see something that I'm just like blatantly missing, you know, you can say something. But like, you know, the consensus is that they fumbled here. And you know, this is in base, which honestly I feel like most of the time you're going to be seeing him in base anyway, right? When you think about like kind of what we'll be seeing, this guy, like the transformation condition on this guy is ass. If you don't know what it is, it's turn 6 with 80% HP or above. And do you know how hard that is to do these days, to be above 80% HP when these bosses are hitting as hard as they are? Like, you're good tanking, like we consider like 350k from a super like decent tanking these days. It's just not gonna work, right? So again, the base form leaves a bit to be desired, but who knows? You know, I guess maybe when we see him in game, it won't be as like much as the sky is falling as we think. But again, we don't know. So the Holy Black Kamehameha will be his super attack effect in his Rosé form. We have greatly raised his defense again, and then causes immense damage and lowers attack and defense. Obviously, that sounds fine in theory, but again, it just depends on what the defense is going to be. Then we have attack plus 250%, defense plus 150%, and a chance of performing a critical hit plus 50%, plus an additional attack plus 10% with each attack performed up to 50%. So, okay. He becomes support for extreme class allies, key +3, attack and 30, or, you know, attack 30%, which is decent when he transforms, right? Like, I'm not going to sit here and tell you that's terrible. But as is, like, you know, he's going to need to be doing more in order for him to be like a, you know, solid support unit, right? Then we have a launches an additional attack that has a high chance of becoming a super attack, and launches another additional attack that has a high chance of becoming a super attack when there is a super class enemy. Huh. So basically it's like the same thing, right? Now, assuming this is the only EZA we have for part 3, that obviously does not kind of like scream out to what we want, right? Because like if we want to go over here and pull up like the extreme class side of things, like, you know, we've seen the EZAs that we have. Like we have a guy like this right here, and we kind of knew like initially that you know, this EZA was going to be decent, right? Just because of stuff like this. Like we already knew that he was going to have a skeleton that was going to be decent because we had you know, the damage reduction and all that other stuff, and then we made him a defensive stacker, and then you attack on with a defensive gimmick right here like this. We have damage received being buffed, and then all of a sudden things just kind of work out nicely, right? Because, you know, we have defensive stacking right away, and then we have the transformation, and then he gets even more defense, and, you know, we just look at this EZA and we're like, he's a god, right? But then when we go back here, it's like, what did they really change, right? I mean, obviously they added some stuff, and he looks like he'll be better, and there's no doubt about that, but, you know, there has to be a defensive gimmick in here. It's whether they want to add guard, they want to add damage reduction, a high chance to dodge or something like that, because with that stacking, it's like, you know, there's someone in the replies, I think it's, where is it? Yeah, it's like this guy right here. He's like, what the, are they that scared of his greatly stacking, right? Like, this would be kind of like the same thing with like what we could potentially see with like Tech Ultimate Gohan or something like that, where it's just, they're so scared of his EZA that they just barely give him anything. And I really don't see why they needed to hold back, right? Because like, when you look at kind of like where we're at, like especially with a unit like this, where this guy is just begging to be, you know, in that top 15, top 20 range, or not top 15, excuse me, that top 10, top 5 range, you know, this guy shoots up and stays there consistently when we have units around him, like this Zamasu. We have, Goku Black's EZA, or we have this Zamasu's EZA. We have Goku Black's EZA right here. If he would have been good, right? Yeah, like someone in my chat just said, they should have made him support in base. It's like, you know, we give him this extreme class allies key +3 and then attack +30%. And then we give him that in his base. Like, what is that really hurting? Like, is that broken that he has support in base when he's doing nothing when he's in base? Basically, it's just like, this doesn't look like a unit. Like, when I read this kit, to me, this does not look like a unit that EZA'd in 2023, right? Almost 2024 at this point. Like, you know, we're nearing the end of September 2023, and this guy looked good in like 2021 maybe, right? And it's like, even if that, right? It's just, I don't know. I'm not too thrilled about this, and I you know, I don't want to be on here, you know, talking about you know, being like super negative and saying this EZA sucked and stuff like that. But it's just like, you know, you have a unit like this Zamasu that is so good and is just begging to have support around him, and then we get that one piece and we get this Zamasu, and it's like, yeah, he's good, but he's not enough, right? And then it was like, you know, we had another chance with this Goku Black right here, and we still didn't get. It's like, this is just nowhere near enough, right? This is not what we are looking for Goku Black. So, you know, if we want to cope at all, like, we could, I just want to quickly do this before we head up one out of here. We need to look at one more thing. It's like, in theory, it's like maybe they do, like, this is kind of cope, right? But let me just wait till he pulls up. It's like maybe in some kind of crazy loony world we get like this guy's EZA as well, and we see something. But again, I don't know. I really don't know what we're doing here. Not the best for an EZA that a lot of people were excited about, and were hoping that this would kind of be like, you know, the savior of the Worldwide Download Celebration this year. I'm not sure. It's like, I guess we can be happy about our 30 stones, but these translations, they're not looking good. So let me know what you think down below about this Trunks, or this Goku Black's EZA. Certainly would not put him above Trunks, would not put him above Zamasu, obviously, and I don't even know how many sub EZAs that we could put him up against. So leave a like if you enjoyed, subscribe if you're new. I'll catch you guys next time.